Hey, it's Carol Roth, and I wanted to talk to you about the concept of fairness in taxes as has been brought about by the president's most recent budget. Right now, there's a proposal in that budget for a quote-unquote Buffett rule, where people who make over $1 million should pay at least 30% of their income in taxes based on a quote-unquote fairness provision. Well, let's talk about this for a second. Let's say everybody had to pay 30% of their income in taxes. If you made $10,000, that means you pay $3,000 to the government. $100,000, you pay $30,000. If you make $1 million, you're paying $300,000 to the government to spend on services. Now, I understand everybody paying the same percentage rate could be considered fair. I also can understand that everybody paying the same dollar amount could be considered fair. But to ask one class of people, regardless of who they are, to pay more on a percentage basis and a dollar basis, I cannot figure out on what planet that would be considered fair. Just because you say something is fair doesn't make it so. And you have to remember that we're paying money to the government for a certain set of goods and services. The people at the higher echelons, the higher tax brackets, don't use any more of those goods and services than anybody else does. In fact, in some cases, since it goes for underprivileged housing and Medicare and Social Security, they may actually end up using less. So that's one concept where I'm really questioning fair. I also don't think it's fair for us to be giving money to a government that cannot abide by a balanced budget. Basically, what they're doing is racking up the credit card debt and saying, hey, we think it's fair that you give us more money. I don't think any American has a problem with paying a quote-unquote fair share of taxes, but it's not fair to ask us for money when you cannot curb your spending. That's what I don't consider to be fair. So those are my thoughts. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the subject as well.